So, good morning, guys. Today is the 6th of January 2026. And again, it's a blessed day, great week. It just started with a great start. That was yesterday, that was on Monday. And I'm very happy about that Monday because I already had running trades, which again, most of all those trades hit my take profit. And again, I was able to finish my challenge. Thanks. So, thanks to my analysis and the great girl. But anyway. So today being the 6th of January 2026, I'll be taking you through today's daily technical analysis. And again, we'll get started by having a look at the economic calendar. Then again, I'll take you through the fun technical analysis. And without further much ado, let's get started by having a look at today's events, or which are those areas in the different time sessions that we anticipate to see high volatility in this market. So again, we do have very high impact that are coming up on the German economy. That will be affecting the euro. Very high impact news. As you can see, they're coming up in the next 27 minutes from now. And again, we do have very high impact news on the pound still. That's focusing on the DMP 1 year CPI expectation. That was for December. And again, the inflation rate, that is also today, the next 4 hours, 26 minutes for the euro, and still the inflation rate, MOM. And when you get to the New York session, we do have only one event for the New York session. So today, we may see some slide of the market may slightly cool down. Then again, we may get to see the continuation of those big moves that's coming week. Or again, later on as we continue, because this week is gonna be quite a volatile week, full of madness. You can see we also tomorrow. That's when you have Australian dollar, and you'll say, and again that's the anyway. If you followed up on the weekly technical analysis, I think you will understand and know what we are looking at. So today we are only focusing on some slight volatility in the market, and now let's get down to the to these. And as usual, we get started by having a look at the dollar index. And from the dollar index, I'll take you through now after that the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, euro out, euro New Zealand, gold, euro GBP, GBPSD, and then again the US 30. So as usual, on this, the dollar index, we're still looking forward to. We have been talking about this trade, and we are been looking forward to see it come all the way down, melt down to these current levels. As you can see, we had analyzed these earlier. I was talking about this current level, the market resisting here, but I say in case the market liquidates itself and grabs liquidity all the way up here, then well and good, that would be very nice. You can see yesterday liquidity was grabbed all the way from this current major point of imbalance. We have created some good lower high, and I'm looking forward to see this market create new lower lows below the monthly support, which is the green area, the green level, which again coincides as my 61.8 Fibonacci level, and I'm looking forward to see this market come all the way to the 97 price level. So I don't want to keep on discussing all this, because again, all this has been discussed on the weekly technical analysis, and I gave a good breakdown on this. And so the market is still following up our structures, or as we expected to see it. And now this is the previous daily resistance, daily support, and all that is happening here. The market is trying to grab some liquidity, probably come to this current area or this major point of imbalance here. So we have this current level. The market is trying to come grab some liquidity here, which could be during the next session here, around the current level. Grab that liquidity, and once it grab that liquidity, then the market will be heavily melting down. So it's just a matter of time or patience. It may happen today, it may happen tomorrow, or again the because of the week. Remember, this week that's when you have the NFP, and just be ready for all that. We'll be having great opportunities coming up or lining up. So if you also watch this pattern, you can see the market grabs that heavy liquidity, again melted down, came all the way from some gold bearish candlestick. That was the Monday, and that's why I was very keen to see how the Monday will start. Because again, if the market will start by closing up on this side, then I'll be waiting to see the market liquidating on other different lower highs. But again, it has formed some clear lower highs, and all that I'm watching here is some slight pullback. Then again, to see this market melt down, break below this current area, and form new daily lower lows. And again, lastly, on this current level, you can see, as I had talked about now on this, now these are good, clear chart. I discussed about this, and I was waiting for it to come all the way liquidate itself. Now, this is a gold lower high that has been created. I would now like to extend this to this current area. Now, this is confirming to me that now the market is heavily bearish, And all that I'm waiting for now is to see some slight pullback on this market. We may get to see some slight pullback. Then once we get that slight pullback later on, the market will gain some resistance, some good lower high, and then again, we'll be watching to see it melt down, break below these current levels. Again, weekly support, this is the strong point Fibonacci, my monthly resist support. Then we'll be seeing it melt down all the way down here. So just a matter of time, or again, it may come support itself, and you never know what may be likely to be happening on this start of the year. So let's just be patient, be keen, watching out how the market is reacting here. But so far, I'm waiting for it to give us a heavy, heavy meltdown. So that's all on the dollar index, and I would not like to waste more time on that. And now let's get down to the Australian dollar. On the Australian dollar, we have the weekly support, weekly resistance, again up here, which again coincides with the monthly resistance. And now yesterday, we can see the market formed some heavy, heavy bullish momentum, came all the way, grabbed liquidity, close it to the weekly support, came broke below even the previous Friday low. And now all that we have in here, you can see some good higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's a good bounce, higher high, higher low. And now we are looking forward to see this market create some new higher highs. And as I said, from this current area, we had this market as a higher low on the daily structures, higher high, higher low. Looking forward to see it come all the way to this prices. That's the 0.68. And you have another chance of closing to 80 pips, or again, depending on the entry. So depending on your entry now on this current area, we've created another new higher highs here. And the market could decide probably, could it come all the way to this current level, gain some liquidity grab at this current lows, gain some momentum, come all the way down here, grab some momentum, or again some liquidity, then again get a good opportunity for continuation of this buy. Because again, jumping on this current area to this current level, that is close to 110 pips. So that's all on Euro on AUDUSD, and just it's a matter of time. Because again, you can see it has broken the structures, higher high, higher low. New higher highs have been formed. Looking forward to see some good higher low, and again to create new higher highs. So next pair of discussion is New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD has been started the journey heavily, but for this trade, again, as I've been talking, as we had talked about it, this is the weekly support. I was watching to see this market grab some liquidity again, and we have this major point of imbalance. You can see higher low, higher high, higher low. The market has come, grabbed that liquidity that was yesterday's Friday on Monday, and again closed a heavy bullish momentum. And all that I'm waiting to see now is the market giving us probably during the New York session some slight pullback at the daily support. Give us some slight pullback. Then again, looking forward to see it create some new higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. Looking forward to see it break and form new higher highs way above this current area. Highly, I'm watching to see this market come to this current level. That's close to 140 pips from the current level. It's just a matter of time. Not unless the market decides to resist alongside the monthly resistance. Then again, for this trade, I'm watching to see it heavily, heavily bullish. All that could be happening here now. Should I break it down? We have this Asian low. This is the lowest point that the market touched. There is the Asian low. And for this Asian low, the market could grab liquidity during this London session. Come grab liquidity all the way down here. Create some good higher low. Then from there, we gain momentum, some good entry, gain momentum to see this trade heavily bullish. So yeah, that's all on this trade that I'm watching. So let's give it time. Let's give it time. Let's give it time on New Zealand USD. So next pair of discussion that I want to talk about is euro out. Euro out moves direct opposite of AUD USD. And for this trade, I've been watching to see this trade, and I've been talking about this on the weekly time, just from the weekly technical analysis. So for this trade, I want to show you something. You've touched a major or a crucial point for me, which again in my it's always my 78.6. Since we had this higher low, higher high. So will it break below this current area? Because again, what as I said, once it breaks this current level, it's a free fall. It will be coming all the way to 1.7. And this is the area that we have our weekly imbalance point. You can see here around the 1.7. So I'm really ready to see how the market will close today. Or again, how will it range or resist alongside we have this the previous daily resistance, and again you have this the previous daily support. So on this trade, all that I'm watching is to see how the market will react in between these current levels, these current areas. So seeing the market coming all the way down here, get momentum, come to this current area, get some resistance probably, or you never know whether it will come to support itself. Because again, what has happened here, the market has broken the structure again, lower low, lower high, created some new lower lows, and then again we are looking forward to see if it will come form some new lower highs here, and if it forms some good lower high whereby it has broken this current area, we need to retest that current level. Then from there we may get to see this market pumping heavily bearish. So just a matter of time. Be patient with it as we watch also the AUD how to react. So that's all on this euro out. We have a great chance on this. We have a great chance on this. Be patient with it. It may pull back 100 pips. It's quite volatile also. It may pull up 100 pips and then again see this market heavily melting down. So that's all for Euro out. And again, Euro New Zealand, similar reaction. Euro New Zealand moves in direction with Euro out. And for this trade, remember, we talked about this. We had a head, we had a left head, and again, right shoulder. And I'm looking forward to see this market heavily melt down below the neckline of this monthly support. And we have a chance of seeing this market coming all the way to this 17.6. Could it come? Yeah, high chances. Because again, if you watch this trade where the areas that we were talking about, we have this as the Monday high, Monday low, and again, this is the Monday high, which again contains the weekly resistance. And that's the weekly resistance. No, sorry, this is the weekly resistance here. Weekly resistance. And then again, we have the weekly resistance up here, which again contains the monthly resistance. Then again, we have the weekly support. So for this week, I'm watching to see this trade break below this current area, this current level. You can see this level, the market has been ranging. All that we have here is a lower high, lower low. The market came again, grabbed some liquidity from this imbalance point, and I'm looking forward to see it create new lower lows below this month's support. And then again, that will give us some good momentum of seeing this market flow down all the way to this current area points of imbalance down here. So that's all. Then next bit of discussion we have is gold. Now for gold, I know many people have been they're just playing around with gold, or again don't even really understand how they're playing up with it. But I would like to say the reason why gold is heavily bullish is due to all these US invasions with Venezuela. So more people, there is some uncertainty, which also is driving prices be heavily for the dollar to be heavily bearish. And due to the fact that gold, it's an intrinsic commodity, which again gains natural value because it's a natural commodity which continues to gain value. I'm looking forward to see gold this year. Probably could hit $6,000 per ounce. And for this trade, I had my entries from this current low. We are floating close 1,300 pips and background noise. So sorry. So for this, we have this the previous daily resistance, daily support, and for this trade, now we are now broken above this current area. You can see this the area that we have was creating some slight resistance, just creating some major resistance here, but we saw a huge gap that opened up here. Then again, the market sprouted out on the 4 candlestick. You can see you have created some new highs, and the market here came all the way up, created some new highs, higher high, higher low. When you look at it on the substructures, I want to show you something here. And you look at it on the substructures, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And for this higher low, what I can see is this current area, which again, the market came, supported itself today. That is during is it today, this? Yeah, this today, during the Asian session. So the area that I'm keenly watching is the exterior point of liquidity, and this is the interior point of liquidity. So having this current area as a major point, and when I watch it on the what do you call it, the Asian low, we have this current level as the Asian low. Could the market come grab liquidity today? Then again, if it grabs liquidity at that current point, whereby it during the New York session or again the London session, the market may seek it. Don't try to jump on bears. Just be patient. Wait for the trade to come in, and then again you can be swinging with it all the way to the 4,500. Remember, for this trade, we have a chance of seeing it come to the previous high and create new high to the 4,550. So I'm watching to see this trade come all the way up here. That will be closing. You'll be winning closer to how many number of pips? 1,200 pips. So be patient with this trade. Again, It's a good trade and you'll win big if you're only patient with it. So next pair of discussion is Euro GBP, and Euro GBP. I want to rush from this. Yesterday, we were watching to see this market coming all the way at that heavy bearish move, coming all the way to this current structure, broken that current structure, which again was coinciding with my 17.6. That was great. It has now come and cleared the doubts. And now we are here at the 17.6. I'll be keenly watching how to see how the market will react here. Because if it doesn't break below this current area, then we may get to see some slight or heavy pullback. But I'm still watching it, keenly watching it to see it break below that current level and create some new lows below this current area. Because again, for this structure, once it breaks there, I'll be watching it come all the way down here. That is close to another number 50 pips. Earlier, I had talked about it on the weekly technical analysis. I was watching it break below the monthly support. And yes, it did break the monthly support, and now we are having it melt down all the way down here. So let's be patient with it. Things are running up quite as we expected. You can see these structures, how we are obeying. High, low, high, 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 low, high, high, coming all the way down here, waiting for the liquidity to be broken. Hoping to see this structure being broken and even come all the way down here. So that's all on Euro GBP. Then again, we have GBP-USD. GBP-USD, similar structure. It moves direct opposite of Euro GBP. And for this, due to the fact that we are having the dollar heavily bearish, we now see this current chart heavily bullish. Now for GBP-USD, I've been patiently waiting to see this market in this current area. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. But again, all that didn't happen in the substructures is higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, broke below, broke above the 50%, broke above the 61.8%, and now we are now approaching the 17.6%. So I would also want to watch how the market react here, because we have a chance of, if this market breaks above this 17.6 Fibonacci level, then I'll be watching to see this chart. I'll be patiently waiting to see this chart coming all the way to this current area, to this 100%, probably to this 100%, or again to this to these extension levels up here. That would be a good couple number of pips, very good couple number of pips. So on this trade, let me just even push this further higher to this current level, because I'm now testing higher waters from this current high to this current low. Yeah, that's all I'm watching, retesting, and hoping to see it come all the way up here. That's a good number of pips from the current level. That's 70 pips, and it will be also coinciding with this middle lower high. How the market will react here will determine much, because again, it will give us some good levels of understanding, or some good understanding of what the current market is trying to do. And now we have these current areas, the previous daily support, and then again we have these previous daily resistance. Yeah, previous daily resistance, and all that I'm waiting to see now is to see this market slightly pull back heavily, probably during the New York session. We have some Asian low, Asian high, liquidity to be wiped out. Then again, so the Asian low is currently here, slightly here. So let's watch it quick fast. Yeah, just slightly here. The market may slightly come grab liquidity, or again come to the retest the price of 1.35. You never know. Once you retest the current level, then again we will see this market heavily sprouting toward the continuation of the heavy bullish move. So last, we have the US30. For the US30, again, this is one of the trades that helped me win big. And I have this trade for all the way from this current lows. Again, for this trade, I was watching to see this market come all the way back down to this current level, but that didn't happen. So all that I'm watching now, we have this the previous daily support, previous daily resistance up here. Daily resistance, and for this trade, I'm keenly watching it to see it slightly pull back, then again gain momentum. We have now formed some new all-time highs, and I'm watching to see this trade come to the 50,500 and that 500 and 350. And for this trade, when I look at in the substructures, all that I'm having now, we have this current huge point of imbalance, which the market is now trying to retest. And as it tries to retest that current area, let's be patient, because again, we're also trying to retest this current area that has been broken. This descending channel, we have that descending channel. So we're trying to retest that current level. Once it retests it, get some liquidity, then we'll be seeing the continuation of that heavy bullish move. So guys, I'd like to stop it at that. I've spent more than 90 minutes. And so adios. If you have any question, hit me up and I'll be ready to answer.